Thank you very much for joining Forbes Friday. This is vlog number 2, actually number 1. The first one was just an intro, but we're going to have many more to come. Today we're going to get right into it. I want to talk to you guys about the 9 top motivations. One thing I wish I knew a long time ago was my 9 top motivations. So that's why I decided to make this the first one, because this had such an impact on my life initially. A couple years back, I was introduced to a mentor of mine by the name of Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. And even though he's not alive any longer, and he wasn't alive when I read the book, he's still a personal mentor. I like to call him Uncle Hill. I take all these mentors personally because they help grow me significantly. He went over in late 1920s, early 1930s about different motivations from studying so many different individuals that were successful. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, he came up with a philosophy on wealth. One of the key principles was your top 9 motivations. So I'm going to go over those very briefly with you guys on the first Forbes Friday. Motivator is love. That's not hard to believe. Love moves the world. Love brings us together. Love is the biggest motivator of them all. The top motivator, from a mother's love for their child to a love for a sport, whereas though when you practice and you rehearse and you go over and over again, it's not even work to you because you have a passion for it. It's your love for the game. It's your love for things that motivates you to get to that next level and that next drive. So it's good to be aware of those things. The number 2 motivator is sex. That's self-explanatory. From commercials to advertisements to Instagram, sex is everywhere, and we're utilizing it all the time to motivate people for what we want or what they want. So that's the number 2 motivator. So material gain is the 3rd motivator. And whether you like these 3 or not, with a lot of study and a lot of research, they found these to be the 3 biggest motivators, and they were said to govern the world. Whether you agree or not, these are the 3 top motivators by Napoleon Hill and a lot of other philosophers that reach over decades and decades of time and research. So the 4th motivator is self-preservation. Self-preservation is basically how it sounds. It's survival. Who's going to be here last? The well-being of your family and your friends, your culture, the people that you love and you care about. That's self-preservation. That's the 4th motivator. It's the scenario of a mother trying to protect their kid that might have been under a car, and you're amazed that she's able to lift the car up and free their child. It's a big motivator because it draws out, to me, one of the other motivations, which is love. That's self-preservation, to be able to survive and care about what's immediate around you. Okay, the 5th top motivator is freedom of body and mind. These are the individuals that love peace, calmness, yoga. They like to spend a lot of time with the universe and their self and their thoughts. They're easygoing, and they let the universe take them where they may. Seems like a nice life for me. Number 6 is self-expression. These are the individuals that like to express themselves artistically through music, sports, art, what have you. So these people are very creative individuals, and that's how they express that's their biggest motivation. If they can just do what they love, sing, write, dance, then they're happy. Motivation number 7 is life after death, legacy. This is my legacy. A lot of people are motivated by what's going to happen afterwards, whether it's where they're going to be at afterwards when they pass away, or what they're going to leave behind when they pass away, to their kids, to their great-grandkids, to their family and friends, the people that they love. This is number 7 of the top human motivators. We just went through the top 7 human motivators. Now we're to the negative motivators. You had to know they're negative motivators because people get motivated off negative stuff all the time. 8th one is anger. I don't
with you. You little stupid ass. Wow. Okay.
Anger motivates people every day. Have you ever had somebody tell you you couldn't do it? Have you ever had somebody say it's not for you, that you don't belong? They try to confront you or stop you or hate on you somehow, and you develop anger. Or also, people are motivated from anger of their mom not being in their life, their dad not being in their life. Anger is a big motivator. The ninth motivator, which is the second negative one, is the biggest one in my personal belief, is the motivator of fear.
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
I believe that stops so many people. It cripples people. It paralyzes people from accomplishing what they want. And it also stops them from getting all the other positive motivators. For example, the top one, which is love. You use all these top 9 motivators because you want to be aware on how to use them and how they're being used against you. This will help you in your journey of life and self-development and growth. Also with financial education. So next week, we're going to be coming to you about a couple of other things in regards to that last motivator, fear. So we're going to dig into that a little bit more, and hopefully it's something that I can share with you. Don't forget, we all deserve the riches of freedom and the security of justice. So live, laugh, and love. Forbes, you guys take care.